South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gamecocks offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And how about that for setting the tone early if you're the defense? First play of the game, they go pass, and you punish the quarterback. That sends a message loud and clear. You're going to be here all day.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. They'll run the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Number 16 in punt formation to kick it away.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Florida State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great match. On the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. A shot toward the end zone. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Toss to the outside. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Third down coming up.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
17-yard line. Now, fourth down.
Decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Lawrence. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance.
Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. And they jump on top. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Florida Atlantic delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in Boca. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. From the gun, give on the inside. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to you.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. DB's right up on the receivers. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks! Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And they did tack on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5. Pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's looking to throw it. Fires left. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They're bringing heat. And he is greeted and knocked down in the backfield. A negative play for this offense. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lobs one high down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, no! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt him. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Up-tempo for the offense. They'll try the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Gamecocks are on the move. The give on the inside. Oh, what a move.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got his man. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fights off a defender. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Noles look to do some damage in the red zone. Got his man quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
Makes the catch on the left. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flying out to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Nole Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On the move at the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking to move it through the air. Gonna let it fly. He's got it down the left. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yards.
Touchdown, no! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Bowling Green may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take the dub away from Perry Stadium every time. The Falcons have been racking up road wins since the Urban Meyer days, and they get another one today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Leaves it with the back. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He gets a block. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting, looking for a huge play. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Just trucks through it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back has it. No, he just flat ran over it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Pressure coming. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. He started this drive in great field position now, needing to convert on 3rd and 2. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They're going back to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Handoff from the gun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution possession by this offense. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
On 2nd and 10, a full wideout set, trips right. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. The give out of the gun. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Seminoles are flying down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Offense now working in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And the Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida State! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida State, 45, South Carolina.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Quickly complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Headed to the end zone. Well, look what we have here, guys. After